Hi everybody, Andrew Rice out here on the lesson tee at the Western Savannah Harbor Resort. Yes, that famous word in golf instruction, shallowing the golf club. The hot word, buzzword over the last couple of years certainly. And in my experience, I see two different kinds of shallowers. Number one, I see players that get up to the top and they actively, is what I like to call it, they actively shallow the club. They seem to use their hands, forearms, wrists more in order to get the club head to drop behind them. The second and far more common group that I see is what I call passive shallowers. And just for the record, I've never been able to coach somebody to join the active shallowing club. So someone who struggles with steep, okay, we got to get you shallower. They go up to the top. I've never taught anyone to be able to go actively that way. Somebody like a Nick Price or maybe even a modern day version of Matt Wolff, okay, who shallows the club a lot. The second group is a group of golfers that take the club up to the top, and there does not appear to be very much of that going on. It's almost as if it's up to the top and it's down that same line, similar to like what Tiger Woods does. Tiger Woods doesn't have a big shallowing look or move in his golf swing. A passive shallower. How do these golfers get the club in a good position coming down? The name of the game is top position. We've got to get the club head in the right spot at the top of the backswing. So the rules: if you've got a shorter backswing, if you're a little inflexible and you can't take that club too far back, we've got to get the club head more behind you so that now as you start down, voila, club is shallower. So we're going to take the club up and we're going to get that club head in a little bit of a laid off position. If you've got a longer backswing, unusual, but yes, there are those golfers out there, and I certainly would prefer longer over shorter. If you've got a longer backswing, you've now got options. I'd like to see the club either straight or a little bit across the line, because that player has now got time to be able to shallow and recalibrate, reposition that club head on the way down. And so I want you to look at it this way. Yes, we do want the club coming down in the early downswing in a good position so that we can facilitate rotation. The more the club head gets behind us, the more incentive we have to go ahead and rotate, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to categorize this into two types of shallowers: active, and I'll show you a video right here, check it out. That's an active shallower. And then we've got a player in this video right here who is a passive shallower. If you're a passive shallower, and I know that most golfers are, you've got to get the club head in a good spot at the top of the backswing so that as you enter the downswing, that club's going to be in the right position to be able to rotate on the way through and get into an appropriate impact position. You don't have to be miles open, but I do want to see your body in a state of rotation coming into impact. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Get in front of the mirror, check it out, get a feel for it, know who you are, know your DNA for your golf swing, and then start to plan and start to practice, start to work accordingly. I hope this helps. Thanks so much for tuning in.